You think you guys can tone it down a little? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 annoyingly overpowered anime characters. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at characters from anime that have so much power that at times it starts to do them a disservice. Also, be on the lookout for a few spoilers down the line. Number 10, Misogi Kumagawa, Medaka Box Abnormal. Whatever you do, don't mistake that smiling face for an innocent high schooler, because this guy is screwed up big time. And we're not talking about the giant screws he often summons to impale people with either. With an unrelentingly negative attitude combined with all of his minus abilities, Kumagawa's abnormalities make him an opponent that only few can hope to face. With his power of all fiction, he can undo any action, including damage, time, and even the existence of color. He is basically the ultimate backspace button. Number 9, Katsuki Bakugo, My Hero Academia. Explosive doesn't even begin to describe it. With a quirk that causes everything he touches to detonate with devastating results, Bakugo is one of the most destructive of UA High's heroes in training. The only thing deadlier than his powers is his attitude. With a short temper and violent nature, Bakugo could easily be seen as an ideal candidate for the League of Villains. Given how he was strong enough to take out the elemental juggernaut Todoroki in the finals, his power level is rather staggering. Here's hoping he learns some restraint after graduation. Number 8, Blackbeard, One Piece. The oceans are crawling with devil fruit users whose strength is so monumental they could crush whole armies. Yet this pirate looks to one day top them all.
I'll give you a taste of its power. I wouldn't blink if I were you.
Given how his monstrous actions at Marineford led to the deaths of both Whitebeard and Ace, we knew that Marshall D. Teach was well on his way to becoming the highlight villain for the series. He certainly wasn't lacking in the powers department, given how his control of darkness laid waste to pretty much all who crossed him. You'd think that would be enough, but then the bastard went and stole Whitebeard's near unstoppable abilities for himself. Come on, man, now you're just getting greedy. Number 7, Inaho Kaizuka, Aldnoah.Zero. Given the crappy conditions of his childhood and the constant threat of intergalactic war, we can kinda wrap our heads around Inaho adapting himself to be highly knowledgeable about history, science, and tactics. That being said though, when a 15-year-old gets his hands on a giant mecha and single-handedly outwits wave after wave of veteran soldiers, you have officially jumped the shark. The emotional entanglement he shares with Princess Mars is rather touching. It's just a shame he kind of infringes on Gary Stu territory a little too often for our taste. Plus, that cyber implant is not exactly helping things. Number 6, Beerus, Dragon Ball Super. When we got our first glance at this god of destruction, he was an enemy beyond anything our favorite Super Saiyan had ever come across. He would destroy planets without any effort, knock out Goku single-handedly, and it even took the power of a Super Saiyan god just to hold a candle to his might. Alas, his power level is so high that he's gotten to the point where no amount of training or transformations can scratch him. As a result, whenever Beerus appears on the screen, we know that someone is about to get squashed and there's no chance it's gonna be him. Number 5, Tatsumaki, One Punch Man. This one's a little ironic, what with the show's lead quite possibly being anime's strongest character. The key difference being that Saitama, despite his insta-kill punches, is portrayed in such a way that he remains lovable. The same cannot be said for the Tornado of Terror, an S-class hero whose mastery of psychokinesis lets her rip apart spaceships, summon meteors, and of course, smash Genesis to pieces. Here's hoping she learns a little humility in Season 2. Number 4. Diana Cavendish, Little Witch Academia.
However, it was written in dragon script, so no one was able to read it.
But you were able to read it, right?
Correct. I mastered it when I was 12.
To be a great spellcaster, one has to first hit the books, unless of course they are Diana, to which magic comes naturally due to her superior talent, as well as coming from a very prestigious line of witches. Her pride in her abilities and proper upbringing certainly paints her as the snobby type, though we later learn that she's far from a one-dimensional caricature. That being said, her magical power is off the friggin' charts.
In this author's humble opinion, the most popular writer is without a doubt Diana Cavendish. Huh?
She can nullify certain spells, create and sense illusions, animate objects, unleash a variety of powerful blasts, and she's the fastest in the academy at learning, well, pretty much anything.
In all my years as a teacher, you're the first student to decipher this.
Way to go, Diana!
Number 3. Sosuke Aizen, Bleach. The reveal of this former captain as a villain was almost masterful. His deception, manipulation, and otherworldly strength set him up to be the perfect antagonist for Ichigo and company. Then came the battle for Karakura Town.
So that's it. Your whole strategy was nothing more than an optical illusion.
While he still has his obscenely powerful Zanpakuto capable of distorting a person's senses, things got really ridiculous when Aizen revealed that he had predicted every event in Ichigo's life, slaughtered his way through each member of the Gotei 13, and then even got his own series of transformations. When it takes a Deus Ex Machina like the final Tetsuga Tensho to put him down, you know you've made your villain just way too strong, dudos.
That's an argument only a loser would make!
Number 2. Kirito, Sword Art Online. You might be in a video game, buddy, but there are still rules you have to follow.
We could stand here all day and you wouldn't get anywhere.
After finding himself trapped in the virtual world of Sword Art Online, our dual sword-wielding protagonist is thrown into a dungeon crawler adventure sprawling with boss battles, rival players, and of course his in-game waifu. Somewhere along the way he must have also managed to find some cheat codes, because not only does Kirito manage to slice apart his enemies with ease, but he staves off a virtual death and kills the creator of the game. You know, the one guy who's supposed to be unkillable? We're calling OP on that one. Number 1. Tatsuya Shiba, the Irregular at Magic High School. This is what happens when you try to make your main character too much of a badass straight from the get-go. You get overpowered blandness. Aside from falling into the category of emotionally reserved, highly intelligent prodigy, the sheer level of this guy's power is mind-blowing, to the point of being absurd. He's got top-tier fighting and marksmanship skills, can cancel magic, heal all injuries instantaneously, and destroy an enemy with the click of his fingers. Without any charm to hold the weight of such power, Tatsuya remains the number 1 Gary Stew under the sun. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.